Deutsch, 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 Deutsch. Guten Tag und willkommen zu unseren Deutschstunde, Stunde Nummer 2. Wunderbar. Okay, heute lernen wir über Gesundheitsprobleme und dieses Mal sehen wir einige Statistiken und wir werden so darüber kommentieren. Okay, jetzt zu unserer Deutschstunde. Einen Moment bitte. Zeit. Mit Herr Hillage. Dun, dun, dun. Nummer 1. 29% der Erwachsenen in Großbritannien sind fettleibig. In England gibt es fast 600.000 Alkoholiker. Rauchen ist jährlich für 96.000 Todesfälle verantwortlich. In Großbritannien sind 422 Menschen an Coronavirus gestorben. Und ähnlich. 5. Im Jahre 2019 gab es 90 Todesfälle durch Messerstecherei in London. Okay. Translate, bitte. In your workbooks. Press pause now. Okay. Und was haben wir? So, Erwachsene. Does anyone know what Erwachsene is? It was in our last quiz thing. It's adults. And fettleibig, you can remember because that was also in our quiz. That was obese. So we have 29% of adults in Great Britain are obese. Give it a tick if you've got that one. Nummer 2. In England gibt es fast 600.000 Alkoholiker. Fast. It's a false friend. It looks like fast, but it means almost. So in England, there are almost 600,000 alcoholics. Remember, in German, they use a dot, where in England we use a comma, and in German they use a comma, and in England we use a dot. For example, 25.5% in German would be 25,5%. Brilliant. Nummer 3. Rauchen ist jährlich für 96.000 Todesfälle verantwortlich. Verantwortlich is responsible. Ich bin verantwortlich, aber meine Schwester ist unverantwortlich. Also Rauchen, smoking, is jährlich. It's got the word year in it, so annually or every year, is responsible for 96,000 deaths per year. Give it a tick if you got that. Nummer 4. In Großbritannien sind 422 Menschen an Coronavirus gestorben. Sich an etwas sterben is the verb to die of something. Here it's in the past tense, gestorben, and it uses sind. It's one of those verbs where you go from one place to another. For example, to die, you start from being alive and then you end up on a different state, you end up dead. So movement from one place, alive, to dead. Got it? And you sterben an something. So in Great Britain, 422 people have died from coronavirus. It's actually quite shocking. Sehr schockierend. Nummer 5. Im Jahre 2019 gab es 90 Todesfälle durch Messerstecherei in London. Messerstecherei. Stabbings. So in 2019, there were 90 deaths or 90 stabbing-related deaths in London. Excellent. Okay, heute die Lernziele. Ich kann eine Meinung über Statistiken äußern. Meinung, you know that already, for opinion. And what do you do to opinions? You äußern them. Äußern is to express. So to express an opinion. about statistics. Ich kann eine Meinung, again there is, mit Daten justieren. Justieren is to, you can guess that's got the word just in it, right? It's a verb to justify. And Daten is like data. Yeah. Information, data, whatever. Ich kann die Frage, welche Probleme gibt es in deinem Land, beantworten. I can answer the question, which problems are there in your country? This is I can question 5. It's also in our yellow speaking booklet, so it's an important question to be able to answer. I wish I hadn't started writing this now. There we go, little piggy went to market. Cool. Okay, die Zeit. 29% der Erwachsenen in Großbritannien sind fettleibig. What photo are we expected to see to represent the Schlagzeile? A Schlagzeile is a headline. Yes, you are expecting to see something to do with obesity and adults. Here you go. It's a nice picture. Ich finde diese Statistik. So we're starting to give opinions now about statistics. It is a statistic. 29% of adults in Great Britain are obese. It's a true fact. How do we find these? Now repeat after me the following words. Schockierend. Schockierend. Schrecklich. Enttäuschend. Beunruhigend. Beunruhigend. Your turn. Beunruhigend. One more time. Schockierend. Schrecklich. Enttäuschend. Beunruhigend. So what do they mean? Schockierend. What are we going to see? Yeah, someone being shocked. Shocking. Schrecklich. What are we going to see? I'm sure you've all watched the film Shrek. It's a bit scary, a bit terrible, a bit fearing. Schrecklich means awful or terrible. Enttäuschend. We're probably all very enttäuscht at the moment that we can't go to school. Yep, disappointing, disappointing. And beunruhigend. Ruhig means calm. Un is the opposite. So if you're not calm, you're kind of like worried. So beunruhigend is worrying. Let's see if I can get rid of this. There's a delete button. Oh, sorry. So, what do we think about the statistic? 29% der Erwachsenen in Großbritannien sind fettleibig. Ich finde dieser Statistik schockierend. I'm quite shocked by that statistic. Your turn. Und warum? Den oder Kicker, den Fettleibigkeit, which we know means obesity, is, or Fettleibigkeit kann sein. Obesity can be something. Let's learn some words quickly. We've got gefährlich, schädlich, ungesund, and tödlich. Gefährlich, we might have seen before. That is dangerous. Repeat after me. Gefährlich. Schädlich. Schaden means damage. Schädlich, damaging. Together, repeat after me. Schädlich. Tödlich. You might know this from Call of Duty. Tod means death. And tödlich is deadly. Und ungesund. Oh, repeat after me. Tödlich. Sehr gut. Ungesund natürlich ist unhealthy. Okay, I want you to give me an opinion about the statistic and then a reason. For example, let's quote the statistic as well. For example, 29% der Erwachsenen in Großbritannien sind fettleibig. Meiner Meinung nach finde ich diese Statistik total schockierend. Denn Fettleibigkeit kann gefährlich sein. Pause the screen, work in your workbooks, give me your opinion and reason. Rauchen ist jährlich für 96.000 Todesfälle verantwortlich. what has the photographer chosen for this headline? Rauchen, Todesfälle, smoking, death. What are you going to see? Yeah, something to do with dying in cigarettes. Let's see what you can remember. What's that represent? Schockierend. Sehr gut. Ich finde diese Statistik schockierend. Und? Awful. Think cutting character, green. Schrecklich. Genau. Ich finde diese Statistik schrecklich. Disappointing. Enttäuschend. Correct. Ich finde diese Statistik enttäuschend. Und the most difficult one. Beunruhigend. Beunruhigend. Worrying. Quite a worrying word, really. Beunruhigend. Ich finde diese Statistik beunruhigend. Warum? Denn da Rauchen ist, smoking is. Rauchen kann verursachen. Verursachen, new word. It means to cause. Smoking can cause. Before that, though, dangerous was gefährlich, schädlich, damaging, tödlich, deadly, ungesund, unhealthy. Now, let's look at diseases. Cancer, wie sagt man Cancer auf Deutsch? The same as a star sign for the crab. It's Krebs. Rauchen kann Krebs verursachen. Or more specifically, or a different kind of Krebs, Lungenkrebs. Lungen are lungs, correct. Lungenkrebs, lung cancer, Halskrebs, throat cancer, Zungenkrebs, tongue cancer, whatever else. Not very nice, is it? Right. Quote the statistic. Give me an opinion about it. Justify it, please. For example, Rauchen ist jährlich für 96.000 Todesfälle verantwortlich. Ich finde diese Statistik enttäuschend. Denn meiner Meinung nach denke ich, dass Rauchen tödlich ist und Rauchen kann Lungenkrebs verursachen. Ich hasse Lungenkrebs. Pause, write down your answer. Next. In England gibt es fast 600.000 Alkoholiker. What picture are you expecting to see in the Schlagzeile? The Schlagzeile is the headline. The picture we're going to see is going to be alcoholics. Think about the damage alcoholism does. Bet you never guessed of that picture. Okay. What can you remember? We've got first picture. Schockierend. Ich finde diese Statistik schockierend. Next one. Correct. Schrecklich. Put it in a sentence. I find this statistic awful. Genau. Ich finde diese Statistik schrecklich. Enttäuschend. Put it in a sentence for me. I find this statistic disappointing. Ich finde diese Statistik enttäuschend. Good. And the worrying word. Beunruhigend. Ja, genau. Beunruhigend. Ich finde diese Statistik beunruhigend. And dangerous was gefährlich. Damaging was schädlich. Deadly was tödlich. Unhealthy, ungesund. Aber Alkoholismus ist gefährlich. Alkoholismus ist schädlich. Alkoholismus ist tödlich. Alkoholismus ist ungesund. Und Alkoholismus kann zerstören. Zerstören is to destroy. So what can alcoholismus destroy? Das Familienleben. What does that mean? Split it up. Familien, family, Leben, life. Alcoholism can destroy family life. Alkoholismus kann das Familienleben zerstören. Und Alkoholismus kann, what's cancer? Krebs. Alkoholismus kann Krebs verursachen. And back to the Danger, Alkoholismus ist gefährlich, schädlich, tödlich, ungesund. Your turn. Quote the statistic, give an opinion, justify it. For example, in England gibt es fast 600.000 Alkoholiker. Ich würde sagen, dass ich diese Statistik beunruhigend finde. Denn Alkoholismus ist schädlich und ungesund und kann das Familienleben zerstören. Mein Vater ist Alkoholiker und das ist nicht gut. Not really. Pause it, give me an answer, write it down. Next. Right, go into Quizlet. Join the classroom if you haven't already done so. Learn these words, take about 20 minutes. There's 31 words actually. Learn them. Don't just go straight to the test. Otherwise, you're testing nothing. You're going to get bored of it. Learn them, then test yourself. Then you're going to feel the pride and the reward for being cool and being awesome and being a great student. And then try and beat my score, which I'm going to set later on match and gravity. Right, ready for some writing? Pause that. Do it. Write in time. So, this time we're going to finally respond to this. Do it in your books if you want to, or do it on your sheet so I can mark it. Start off with what we learned in class or last lesson. In my country, there's a big problem with choose one of these problems. Then, because add a statistic. In today's lesson, add your statistic. Then, give your opinion about it. Any combination, in my opinion, ich denke, dass diese Statistik whatever ist. Use some of the new words today. Then justify why. Then use some of the words we've just been using, or the words you've just learnt on Quizlet. Don't forget, add opinions where you can. The extra marks are there. Say why as well. For example, in the last one, I said my dad was an alcoholic and I found it bad. You know, he's not really, but add some opinions about it. Don't just stick to my structure. It's going to take you probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes max. Pause, do it, and then dive into our lesson later on. There's going to be a live lesson and we're going to speak, or write actually. These are going to be the questions. Ich finde diese Statistik. For example, ich finde, in England gibt es fast 600.000 Alkoholiker. What can I remember? I found a statistic. Ich finde diese Statistik, shocking, awful was schrecklich. Ich finde diese Statistik schrecklich. Why? Alcoholism is damaging. Den Alkoholismus ist schädlich and can cause cancer und es kann Krebs verursachen. Boom! Oh, ich hasse Alkohol. Aber ich liebe Orangensaft, den es sehr lecker ist und Orangen sind gesund. Perfect. Ding. Später. See you next lesson. Tschüssi. Deutsch, 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 Deutsch.